Today on Trisha.
These grown children have waited what seems like a lifetime to confront the men who they believe are their biological fathers.
You don't think I'm your daughter?
We've already been through that.
It don't matter. You should have a long time ago. If you had
but I
doubts,
mentioned that
Daddy,
to you when you were a little girl.
They wished they'd had relationships with these men.
I tried to text him and he always tells me, you know, he's busy or whatever.
They wished their family members hadn't lied to them.
I'm clean.
Are you sure about that?
Why do you say that, Cordalyn?
Because she lies about everything.
It's time for you to stand up and tell the truth. How would you know who in the hell I've been sleeping with?
You know you're sleeping with somebody else, so you know it's a possibility that's not my daddy, and you let me think Billy was my daddy all these years. I mean, why you didn't tell me that? No, you didn't.
They wished the truth would finally be uncovered. If he's not your dad, what does that mean?
My mother lied to me.
I just should have told you.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Be careful what you wish for.
Whoa, man! Y'all kept this from me. What about my body? What about you guys?
Today, a look back, decades of denial.
You ain't never done that for her, then you gonna wait till she get 27 and pull something like
What do you
this?
mean I haven't done anything for her?
You ain't never done it for Virinda.
Why couldn't you step up to the plate?
I caught her with the man that I believe is her father.
She's saying she didn't sleep with nobody but me. She did.
He went to prison.
And the DNA truth. Back
Look.
to child support. How much do you owe?
Well, I'm supposed to like $11,000.
It's all today on Trisha.
Okay, welcome 23-year-old Cordalyn. Now, Cordalyn says her life was turned upside down 5 years ago when a shocking family secret was revealed. She discovered her sister, Arora, may actually be her mother. And the mother she's known her whole life may be her grandmother. Arora claims it's true and that she was sworn to secrecy at Cordalyn's birth. But other relatives say it's all lies. So listen to how Cordalyn describes this ordeal.
5 years ago, Arora, who is my oldest sister, came to me and told me that she was my mother. Carol, who I've known all these years to be my mother, is possibly my grandmother. When Arora checked into the hospital, she went under Carol's name so that Carol's name could appear on my birth certificate as my biological mother. Arora says that she didn't tell me the truth because she promised Carol that she would keep it a secret. Arora and I were so close, but since the secret came out, our relationship just hasn't been the same. I believe that Arora told me the truth because she was finally just tired of having a guilty conscience. When I asked Carol, the only mother that I know, if Arora was telling me the truth, she refused to give me an answer. Carol is dying, and before she passes, I deserve to know whether she's my mother or my grandmother.
Wow, that is so tough. Your emotions must be all over the place, huh?
Well, you know, Trisha, for the past 23 years, I've known Arora to be my sister, and I was raised in foster care for 8 years.
Right.
And when I came home at age 18, you know, we all got together and had a family gathering to celebrate me coming home.
Yeah.
And Arora came to me and told me, you know, after all these years, I want to come clean about something and let you know that I'm actually your mother.
So you don't know whether it's true or not?
I don't know whether it's true or not. So I'm here today to find out the result.
And in our audience, we have Cordalyn's niece, Jasmine, and Aurora's son, Brian. Although you don't know, Brian could be your brother, is that right? And Jasmine could be...
my cousin.
Your cousin. Jasmine, what do you think about this? Do you think it's a possibility that Arora could be lying?
I think she's lying 100%. Like,
You do? Why?
because she's been a liar her whole life. Like, she's never done anything for anybody, kids in foster care. Like, she's just been all over the place.
But why would she lie about something this big?
I don't know. She lies about everything.
And Brian, do you believe the same thing? Do you think your mom is lying?
Nah, I don't. She might be telling some truth because if you look at our other siblings, these two look alike. They're the only two in our family with hazel eyes.
Well, Arora has been listening backstage and we will meet her in a moment. But first, I want everyone to hear her side of the story.
When I was 21, I was pregnant with my second child, Cordalyn. I was in school and I was not ready to have a second child. Me and my mother was pregnant at the same time. I went under my mom's name at the hospital so my mom's name could be on Cordalyn's birth certificate. We told my family that one of my mother's twins had survived and that my child had passed away. I never told Cordalyn because I promised my mom I would keep it a secret. A few of us was talking one day and I just happened to just let it out and tell everyone that she was my daughter. At first, no one believed me. I even tattooed her name on my left arm to even prove that she was my daughter and that I wasn't lying. I need this DNA test to prove to Cordalyn and my family that I am not lying.
Well, although Arora insists she's telling the truth, Cordalyn fears it could be an elaborate lie. I think it's time that we heard Aurora's side of the story. So let's welcome Arora. Cordalyn, you're in tears. What are you crying about, sir?
Because, you know, like, I shouldn't have went through all of this to find out who's really my mother or not after all these years, you know what I mean?
What happened? Can you take us back, Arora, to that time? If your mum was in hospital the same time as you, she loses her twins, so you must have decided very quickly.
Right, we did decide very quickly to just say that, you know, raise her as her saying that I was her sister.
How have you been able to live with that?
I haven't been able. It's just been on my conscience. It's been nerve-wracking.
But Aurora, what I don't understand is why couldn't you step up to the plate? Why couldn't you step up to the plate and say, I'm her mother. I want to take her home with me.
Because
I want to take her home with me. Why couldn't you say that?
Okay. Well, because the reason why I couldn't say that because I went under my mom's name, and if I.
But my birth certificate says on it.
Right.
So you could have did the same thing as my dad that I've known to be my dad. He came and tried to get a paternity test. You could have did the same thing. So there's no
paternity test. She had 6 of us, and none of us were raised. She's not going to come for one, and she can't take care of the rest of us.
Exactly.
But I did try.
She figured she didn't.
I did try to.
We were a burden. It just. I mean, you can't really fault her for not coming to get you. She didn't get any of us.
So Arora, were you?
Right, but I can fault her because, I mean, you got kids everywhere and you didn't do anything for them.
Okay, let me just talk to you, Arora. Were you a different person at the time? Maybe you had some issues?
Yes, I was a different person at the time.
Were you using some substance?
I was. Yes, I was. I was on drugs.
Bad.
Yes, I was.
Bad.
And that's why I wasn't there for none of my children.
Why would you say I was dead?
Well,
Why would you lie about me?
Let me just work out. You say you were using drugs at the time. Am I right? You were using drugs all the way through. That's why all of your children were brought up in care. Now, one of the things you said, why bring it up now? Your mother, the lady who lost the twins originally, who brought Cordalyn up, your mother is, as we hear, is very, very poorly.
Yes,
She's
she
dying.
is
that part of the reason?
Yes, that's part of the reason.
Are you angry with her?
Because
Are you
think
angry
that
with her?
Yes, because I think that she should have been new. I kept it a secret for so long, and then I just should have been told you. But every time I would, my mom would fight me about it.
We gave Arora a DNA test, but we also gave her a lie detector test. And to help us with those results is Tim Acosta, our polygraph examiner. All right. Tim, before we come to the questions that were asked of Arora, one thing I need to ask you, if somebody believes something with all their heart and soul, they believe it to be true, even though it might not be true, how does that affect a lie detector test?
It would affect the test, Trisha. If Arora believes that she is her daughter, okay, and she believes it in her mind and her heart, there's no fear of being discovered when I ask her the questions on a polygraph test that would give me reactions.
So if you believe something to be the truth with your heart and soul, even though it's not the truth, the lie detector comes back, hey, you're telling the truth.
Yes, it will.
Okay, so let's come to the questions. We asked you, are you telling the truth when you say you are Cordalyn's mother? You said yes. Tim? Coming up. Up next. Has she been calling the wrong man dad for 27 years?
You don't think I'm your daughter?
We've already been through that.
It don't
We
matter.
did
You should have
DNA.
a
We
long
did
time
DNA.
ago. If you had
but I
doubts,
mentioned that to
Daddy,
you when you were a little girl.
And later.
Danielle has the right to know who her real father is. How would you know who in the hell I've been sleeping with?
Life-changing DNA results.
The results are
You ain't
in.
never done nothing for her anyway.
Today on Trisha.
This is 27-year-old Virinda, and she is furious. All of her life, she believed this man, Billy, was her father. But recently, Billy sent her an at-home DNA test, claiming it was an ancestry test to find out if they were descendants of Native Americans. Ha-ha. But the truth is, it was a paternity test because Billy doesn't believe he is her father. Now, Virinda's mother, Theola, says Billy is a deadbeat dad who just doesn't want to pay child support. Let's listen to Virinda's story.
I need to find out the truth once and for all if Billy is my father. Just this past summer, he told me he was not my dad. My mama always claimed there can be no other man but Billy as my father. I don't know why he waited till I get almost 30 to say he's not my father. Billy even tried to trick me into taking a DNA test. He said the test was to see if we had Native American blood in us to get money. I was so mad because this was the time he was trying to deny me. So I swabbed everybody in the house but me. When he got the results, of course they came back negative. I feel as Billy is trying to hurt my mom, saying he's not my father. If Billy is not my dad, that means my mother lied to him and lied to me. That would be the ultimate betrayal.
Wow. The whole of your life, you've never had any other man be involved. There's never been rumors or anything else. It's always been
Not
Billy
to my
who's your
knowledge,
dad.
Billy always my father.
Did you ask your mom?
Yeah, I asked her. She said Billy was the only person.
So is Billy a good dad? Has he been a good dad over the years?
No. He didn't, no.
He hasn't been a good dad. He hasn't been there for you the whole time.
He promised me stuff. He always call, I'm come see you. Never do. You know what I'm saying? And he might call me again, oh, I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? There's promises. He need to step up, you know what I'm saying? Do more than he do, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't do nothing. Here and there, you know.
Well, Billy has been listening backstage, and I'm really anxious to hear his side of the story. So, Billy, come on out.
So you don't think I'm your...
You knew.
So you don't think I'm your daughter? After 27 years? You don't think I'm your daughter?
We've already been through that.
It don't matter. You should have a long time ago. If you had
but I
doubts,
mentioned that
Daddy,
to you when you were a little girl.
No, you
that
didn't.
your mother could not rightfully tell me that you were my child.
What are you saying has given you these doubts?
People that knew her activity. And I'm talking about her mother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I worked to take care of her. Before this child was born, I was there.
You were
there.
You
know what I'm saying? I was taking care of her son. I caught her with the man that I believe is her father.
Is this about money? Is it about child
it's not,
support?
It's, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick of that too, but it's not just about the child support.
How much do you owe? Back to child support. How much do you owe?
Well, I'm supposed to like $11,000.
What? So, hang on, would it help if she wasn't...
I've been paying this 20-some years of my life.
Hang on, so if she's not your daughter, then you don't have to pay that. Is that what this is about?
No, it's not.
You sure?
No, I know it's not.
You still got to pay. You signed a birth certificate and I was married at the time.
So, hang on, why did you lie? Why did you send her this DNA kit and say it's to find out if you have Native American ancestry? That was a lie, huh?
Well, it wasn't Native American, first of all.
Oh, that's what you say.
What did you say?
I know I'm not Native American.
So what did you say?
I'm African American.
Okay.
I told her, I said, we're going to try to see if we were descendants of slaves. And I had proof, and I really do have proof that my grandparents didn't work. But anyway, I told her if we could put ourselves in...
Did you say she'd get money?
Reparations.
Ooh, so you lied.
I manipulated.
So everybody's going to get money. My auntie,
what do you think of
cousin.
Theola, her mom?
She's never been a person to just stand up and face the truth.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, even in this matter, if those results come back that I am excluded,
yeah,
then she's exposed.
You're saying if it comes back that Virinda isn't your daughter, then you're vindicated and Theola's a liar. But if it comes back that she is your daughter, would you apologise to her mum?
I definitely would owe her an apology.
Let's bring out Theola and hear what she has to say about this paternity drama. Let's welcome Theola.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Hi, Theola.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, but you looking like that, sitting up here lying.
Woman,
No,
talk to her.
don't
We don't
say
have
nothing.
none. You know what?
With your lying self.
No, okay, what the
You ain't
results
never
are
done
in.
nothing for her anyway.
Okay, well,
you
then-
ain't never done nothing for her. Then you gonna wait till she get 27 and pull something like
What do you
this.
mean I haven't done anything for
You
her?
ain't never done it for Virinda.
Never?
What have we done
I
for you?
never have
Nothing.
done anything for her?
Billy told me, Billy was saying...
Billy be lying.
Oh, well, he said that he found you messing around with another guy, and
He
that's
seen me sitting in the car. He found me doing nothing. If I didn't want to be seen, I could have went somewhere else, buddy.
You was going somewhere else every night. You was going somewhere else every night. That's why I walked up
You know
on
why we here? You know why we here?
Did you ever mess around with any other guy?
I had a friend like he had some women.
I didn't have no women.
What man, you had 2 girls on me. What is you talking
Two
about?
girls after that?
Don't you have 2
After
sisters?
that?
We were still married, fool.
No, I wasn't.
So hang on, you had 2 outside children?
Yes. Tell the woman.
Did you have...
We, look.
Tell the woman the truth.
The woman would like to know.
We were separated. I was
I
all the way in
don't care. We were
California.
still married.
What is she talking about?
We were still
I was
married.
all the way in
You were still
California.
married.
We
Now,
were
hang on,
separated.
We were
Did you,
still
but
married.
we're talking about Virinda's paternity. Did you mess around with guys as well?
Not no guys. I had a friend like he had women.
Yeah,
You
but
messed
did
with
you
him.
mess
I mean,
with
this is a
that friend?
possibility.
Yeah.
He's my daddy.
Yeah, I
I mean,
told
why
you
you
that.
didn't tell me that? No, you didn't. You should
I didn't say you. I didn't say I told you
hang
that.
on, hang on. Just,
Like I said, I told you.
Theola, are you saying there is a possibility that another guy could be
No,
a dad?
because you know what? Because when I was messing with him, I was already pregnant. Nut.
Billy, you said you put your name on the birth certificate.
Yes.
You named Virinda. So how could you be doing that at the same time as some other man is giving her baby clothes?
Right,
I
after
don't
you
get
caught
that.
him in the car, whatever you caught him at, doing them.
No. This was after the
I
child was
wasn't no
born.
out there
This
child
is
born
But you,
night.
After the
why
child
would
was
you do
born,
that,
the
though?
guy
I
brought a
wouldn't.
little gift.
If she's sleeping
Right
around
out.
with somebody and I call her, you think I'm gonna sign this paper? You think I'm gonna name this person? No, I wouldn't.
So, Theola, let me ask you. If Virinda's DNA test comes back that Billy isn't her dad...
She has
What
explaining to
then?
do.
Yeah, you got a lot
Get
of
to explain
explaining
it.
to do. Okay, so, Theola, if the DNA test confirms that he is the dad, is there something you want Billy to do?
Whatever Virinda want to do, if she want to help, take time out with him, good. If she don't, I'm behind her, 100%, whatever she do.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like, you ain't never done nothing for her anyway, so.
So, Virinda, you're the one in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you don't know who to believe, but
No.
let's find out. This is the time to find out who your father is. So you ready to get the results?
Yes.
Okay. So would you like to open the envelope, Virinda? Do you want to do the opening of the envelope?
Yeah.
I can open it. Yay. I don't know what's in here. Up next. Has she been calling the wrong man dad?
You know you're sleeping with somebody else, so you know it's a possibility that's not my daddy, and you let me think Billy was my daddy all these years.
And later, could her sister actually be her mother? Life-changing DNA results
The
You ain't
results
never
are
done
in.
nothing for her anyway.
today on Trisha.
I need to find out the truth once and for all if Billy is my father. Just this past summer, he told me he was not my dad. My mama always claimed there can be no other man but Billy as my father. I don't know why he waited till I get almost 30 to say he's not my father. I feel as Billy is trying to hurt my mom, saying he's not my father. If Billy is not my dad, that means my mother lied to him and lied to me. That would be the ultimate betrayal.
The results are
You ain't never done nothing for her anyway.
Okay, well,
you ain't never done nothing for her, then you gonna wait till she get 27 and pull something like
What do you
this.
mean I haven't done anything for her?
You ain't never done it for Virinda. The only reason you doing this because you don't want to pay child support. Me calling
She's 30
for about 3
with kids
months.
of her own. She's not a child.
You owe them people and they want their money. You told me to call them people and tell them.
Did you ever mess around with any other guy?
I had a friend like he had some women.
So you saying there is a possibility that another guy could be
No,
a dad?
because you know why? Because when I was messing with him, I was already pregnant. Nut.
So you ready to get the results? Yes. Okay. So would you like to open the envelope, Virinda? Do you want to do the opening of the envelope?
Yeah.
I can open it. Yay. I don't know what's in here. Virinda, Billy is not your father.
I didn't fabricate nothing.
So?
Don't say nothing.
And I'm
So
not
who's
here
my
on no
father?
fabrication. I'm here on the
So-
truth.
I can't say his name right here.
That's it. The results don't change. Now, who had the affair? I don't have no outside babies.
So who's my father? That's all I just wanna know. Who
So
was
you
my
must have
dad?
been. Was it the guy that he found you with?
In the car.
Honestly, in the car.
It has to be. He said he found it in
Was
the car.
it? Was it Theoda? It was.
So that's my daddy.
And she knew all along.
Why you ain't tell me?
She knew.
Because I thought really you was Billy's.
No,
really.
she
I
didn't.
really did.
But you
Why
were
did you sleeping with me?
You know you were sleeping with somebody else, so you know it's a possibility that's not my daddy, and you let me think Billy was my daddy all these years.
And I
even
thought
though
it
he
was.
ain't do nothing, but still
No,
you made
she
me
did
think
not.
that
She's
man
lying.
was my dad.
I did think that
No, you
Virinda
did
was
not.
Yes, I did.
You showed pictures of her to someone else. Said, "Don't she look like such and such?" You knew.
Y'all kept this from me. What about my body? What about my
feel
body?
surprised. Can I have her?
Yeah.
You know I love you. I'm always take care of you. I'm sorry though. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Bill, I'm sorry. All right. All right. I'm sorry you wasn't getting it. All right.
Well, thank you for at least 30 years of hell. You're good at that.
You're welcome. I wish I could give you 30 more.
No, that's over today.
I think there's a lot of honest, straight talking to be done. And Bill, I guess you're off the hook. We'll be back right after this. Coming up, two sisters at war.
It's time for you to stand up and tell the truth.
Danielle has the right to know who her real father is.
How would you know who in the hell I've been sleeping with?
And one woman who just wants the truth.
You've always believed that Paul was your dad?
Yes, I have.
And later, could her sister actually be her mother?
You are the father. Get off my stage.
Life-changing DNA results.
The results are
You ain't
in.
never done nothing for her anyway.
Today on Trisha.
Please welcome Danielle and her mother, Teresa. Now, for 26 years, Danielle was told that this man, Paul, was her father. And sadly, for 26 years, Paul's been denying it. Well, now Danielle's mother, Teresa, says Paul is just a deadbeat. And get this, she blames her own sister, Jody, for filling Paul's head with lies and rumours. Now, Jody says she's just telling it like she sees it. And she knows for a fact that Paul is not Danielle's father. So let's listen to why Jody sides with Paul instead of her own sister.
My sister Teresa claims that her ex-husband Paul is the father of her 26-year-old daughter Danielle. In the past, my sister has told me she has been with other men while she was still married to Paul. I've seen my sister lie too many times to believe that this story is the truth. Danielle has the right to know who her real father is. I know for a fact Paul is not, and they look nothing alike. If the DNA proves that Paul is the father, I'll be shocked, but I will apologize.
So, Teresa, your own sister is the one casting doubt.
She's crazy and she's a liar. A liar.
It's time for you to stand up and tell the truth.
How would you know?
Right to know
You
who
were
her
too
daddy
busy
is.
doing drugs and not even taking care of your own damn
For real.
kids.
Have a
None of
seat.
your business. It stops
Yes,
here
it does.
today. Today.
Have a
No, it
seat.
don't. Yeah, it
Okay, just take a seat.
Yes,
take a seat.
yes.
Teresa, let's talk about this. All right, just forget that.
Stops today.
No, Can I
Mom, you're gonna
talk
need
to
another
Danielle? Hang on, I'd like to talk to Danielle since we're talking about her life. So, Danielle, you've always believed that Paul was your dad?
Yes, I have.
Is it the doubt that your aunt is casting that's part of the problem, or has he always denied you?
He's always denied me.
Always?
Always.
Have you tried to get in contact with him or anything like that?
Yes.
And what happens, sweetheart? What happens?
I tried to text him, and he always tells me, you know, he's busy or whatever. He don't feel good, and he's laying down. He'll talk to me later, and he never does.
And you've got children yourself, haven't you? Has he ever had any contact with any of them?
No.
Not at all. Teresa, are you 100%?
I'm 100% sure he's her dad.
So tell me the story. Hang on just a minute. How did you and Paul meet?
We were high school sweethearts. We were on and off. Yeah, he went to prison.
Right.
I married another man.
Right.
And I had 2 other children. And then he was coming home on work release, which is 8-hour passes every weekend.
Yeah.
That's when I got pregnant for Danielle.
Okay.
She don't know as much as she thinks she knows.
Let's come back to you, Danielle. Has Paul ever been involved in your life?
Last time I remember, I was probably like 5 or 6. I did like a weekend visit.
Was that nice? Was it good? You have good memories?
So far as I remember, yeah.
And whose name is on your birth certificate?
Paul's.
Oh. How come you signed the birth certificate if there's a doubt?
He threw a fit to sign that birth certificate.
What do you mean?
When she was born, we were not married.
Right. You were married to someone else?
We got married a week later because she was born so close to New Year's, he couldn't find a preacher to marry us before she was born.
Right.
Okay? When we went to the courthouse to get the birth certificate, he went up to get it. They told him he couldn't get it because he was not on that birth certificate.
Teresa, if the DNA test proves that Paul is your dad, what do you want to happen?
I would like, if he would want, I would like a relationship.
Yeah. Now what if it says...
I don't want him in their lives. I don't want him in my grandkids' life because he'll ruin my grandkids like he did my kids.
Okay, well, it takes 2 to make or break any relationship and any childhood. So let me come back to you. If he's not your dad, what does that mean?
I'll be really hurt and angry
Who
that
is?
my mother would lie to me.
Okay. All right, so Teresa, I've got to ask you, what if the DNA test comes back and says that Paul isn't her dad?
Then I don't know.
What do you mean you
I
don't
do
know?
not remember being with anyone else. Are you crazy? You tell me crazy. I wasn't with him. Obviously, she's been peeping in my window, right?
Have a seat.
Evidently, she's been in my bedroom and watching me. How would you know who in the hell I've been sleeping with?
Evidently, you don't know. When we come back, we'll hear Paul's side of this ordeal, and we will reveal the long-awaited DNA results. Up next,
I didn't come here for no screaming match. I come out to find out something for her, not her.
Whoa, man! And later, could her sister actually be her mother? Life-changing DNA results.
The results are in.
Anyway, today on Trisha. We're back with a very tearful Danielle and Teresa. They say they're here to put an end to the paternity drama in their lives. You see, Danielle has always believed that this man, Paul, was her father, but Paul has denied her from day one, even though we hear he insisted having his name put on the birth certificate. Now, Danielle's mother, Teresa, says she's 100% sure Paul is her father. Her Aunt Jody says she's 100% certain Danielle is another man's child. So, let's bring out the man in the middle. Apparently, Danielle, the last time you saw him was, what, a year ago?
A year ago at the hospital. My son was getting stitches and he showed up.
How long did you spend with your...
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes. So I'm glad we could help reunite you again. Let's welcome Paul. Hi, Paul.
Why are you guys fighting all the time? What's that about?
What's that about?
Why are you
What are you
fighting with
telling
her?
people that you were in prison when I got pregnant for her? You know,
I was
you
on
was.
work release.
You were on work release. That's right. That's right.
Okay, let's hear from
I
Paul.
didn't come here for no screaming match. I come out to find out something for her, not her, not her, her.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Have a seat, Paul.
Because she started all that. She started it all.
When did you have doubts? Let's hear from you.
Before she was born. Before she was born.
Why did you have doubts, right?
Because she was seeing someone else. But she's saying she didn't sleep with nobody but me. She did, which ain't no big deal to me. I don't care.
Right. But why did you put your name on the birth certificate?
I thought she was mine.
Oh, at that stage you did?
At that stage, yes.
When did you start having doubts then?
I don't
When
know.
Jody started running her mouth?
I wasn't in town. When I come back in town, I started finding out everything.
But
Where were you at?
Indianapolis.
You weren't there when she was born?
Yeah, I know I was there when he was born, but I wasn't there all the time when you got pregnant. I ain't getting no screaming match with nobody.
No,
because you two busy out running around with everybody else.
Oh, that's a picture of you with the baby. That must bring back some memories, huh?
I remember. I mean,
But is that why you've kept your distance? Because there was that
kept my
question
distance because she wouldn't let me see him.
So, Paul, you're saying that it was Teresa that kept you away from
Whatever.
Danielle? So let's get to the DNA test results because that's why you're here. Who wants to open this? Do you want to open this? I don't know what it's going to say.
He's not my father.
Oh, man. Whoa, man. Oh,
She was saying that she didn't sleep with anybody. That's a lie. She makes her own reality.
all right, okay. Okay. All right. Just Danielle, I know it means that you've either been lied to all of your life or you've been misled. I have to say I'm shocked in a way. I'm not surprised because often people do all the screaming and the yelling because they know there's something going on underneath. Now, you're 26 years of age, you got 4 children. It's going to be difficult. Maybe while you're here you can talk with our counsellor. But you have a chance to rewrite your family's history in how you are a mum to your children, sweetheart, okay? And Paul, this must be a bit painful to you too.
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, it is, but what am I going to say?
Move.
What am I going to say?
Excuse me?
You need to move.
Hang on, just a minute. When she broke down and she really needed you, you walked away.
No, I hugged her and she pushed me away.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised.
So there was another man.
But this needs to be a...
There was another man there. There was another man on the scene, obviously, that you choose not to remember about.
Well, obviously I'm going to have to
There's a
do
lot of
some
stuff she
thinking
chooses
or
not to
whatever.
remember
Some
about.
thinking?
Yeah. It's 26 years ago.
Well, if you can remember what he did to you 26 years ago, you can remember who you slept with 26 years ago. Do you have anything you want to say to Paul? Because you've been...
I want to hear it. I was with my second wife 17 years, with her for 9 months. What's that tell you?
But we were off and on for how many years?
Because you're a crazy.
Whoa.
You're a crazy bastard.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Up next, could her sister actually be her mother?
You are the father. Get off my stage.
Life-changing DNA results.
The results are in.
Anyway, today on Trisha.
5 years ago, Arora, who is my oldest sister, came to me and told me that she was my mother. Carol, who I've known all these years to be my mother, is possibly my grandmother. When I asked Carol, the only mother that I know, if Arora was telling me the truth, she refused to give me an answer. Carol is dying, and before she passes, I deserve to know whether she's my mother or my grandmother.
When I was 21, I was pregnant with my second child, Cordalyn. I was in school and I was not ready to have a second child. I never told Cordalyn because I promised my mom I would keep it a secret.
Why couldn't you step up to the plate and say, I'm her mother, I want to take her home with me? Because I want to take her home with me. Why couldn't you say that?
We gave Arora a DNA test, but we also gave her a lie detector test. And to help us with those results is Tim Acosta, our polygraph examiner. If somebody believes something with all their heart and soul, they believe it to be true, even though it might not be true. How does that affect a lie detector test?
It would affect the test, Trisha, if Arora believes that she is her daughter, okay, and she believes it in her mind and her heart. There's no fear of being discovered when I ask her the questions on a polygraph test that would give me reactions.
We asked you, are you telling the truth when you say you are Cordalyn's mother? You said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
We asked you, Arora, was it your decision to allow Cordalyn to be raised as your sister? You said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
Arora, we asked you, do you regret giving Cordalyn up to your mother to raise? And you said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined, again, she was being truthful.
Okay. Now, then we have the DNA test results. Oh my God. When you hugged Arora then, was it because she regretted?
Because she's always lying, and it's just...
But this
it's
is
like a
something that I
good
wouldn't
feeling
lie
to know
about.
that she was telling the truth about it.
Or, as we said, I don't know what the results are. She believes she's telling the truth. So this is the surefire way we can find out. One thing that doesn't lie is DNA. So this is where you find out if Arora is your mother or your sister. Do you want to open the results?
Oh, my God.
Arora is Cordalyn's mother. Oh my God.
Sister, that's crazy.
I love you, Penny. And I'm sorry, I can't see.
You've been carrying that burden all your life?
I feel better. It's like a big lift off.
But does part of you feel this is almost punishment for your...
Yes, it was, and I really do. I regret for keeping that secret from her so long.
So you're clean now. You have an opportunity of a new life.
And
and it's your brother and sister.
Yes.
Your brother and sister.
Well, we grew up like brother and sister.
Because you are brother and sister. Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really my cousin.
And that's your cousin. She's not auntie. She's a little cousin.
She's my little cousin, like I've always said anyways. Like, instead of calling auntie, it was kind of weird because I'm older than her.
So one thing I suggest you do while you're here, sit down with our counselor and talk, because you're going to look back at past photographs and things you've been through and think what's true, what wasn't true, was my life a lie? Yeah, and I realize it's a weight of your shoulders, but I guess you have to understand it's kind of a weight off your shoulders and bam, it's gone onto her shoulders. So you need to be mindful of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I will, definitely.
So you're a family, and I hope that helps you put things behind you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And it's great finally getting to meet you.
Life-changing DNA results.
The results are
you ain't never done nothing anyway. Today on Trisha.
Thank you for watching. And I just want to say, you know, sometimes we do really, really difficult shows, okay, with guests going through a lot of pain. And I've got to say, I have the most amazing, sympathetic, empathetic, but real audience. I am so proud of the studio audience. I'm so glad.